Hey everyone, my name is Kylie and this is Miss Kyla Reads, and today I am bringing you a book review video for The City Stained Red by Sam Sykes. This book was published in 2015 by Orbit, and this copy has 608 pages in paperback form. This is the first book in the Bring Down Heaven trilogy, written by Sam Sykes, obviously, and I believe this trilogy follows another trilogy called the Aeon's Gate trilogy. But I have seen Sam Sykes tweet before that if you're looking for a good place to start with his books, this is a good place to start with his books. And I would have to agree with that. I mean, this is the only book of his that I have read, but it was a good place to start, I think. This book follows Lenk and his companions as they are arriving in the city of Sierra Jal. Now I'm just going to say it right now, I'm going to pronounce names wrong in this video, so don't hate me. But they arrive in this city looking for Miran Evan Hands, who is their employer. And he sent them on a bunch of adventures and assassinations and whatnot, and they have yet to be paid. So they are in this city looking for Miran Evan Hands, and he mysteriously vanishes. So they are now trapped in this city looking for this person, and this city is about to have an all-out religious war. So Blank and his company are basically the only people who can stop this war, and it's really awesome. There's tons of fantastical creatures, demons, that type of thing. It's just such a refreshing and engaging fantasy. I loved it. Like I said, this was fantastic. The characters were so fantastic. They had such realistic feelings and interactions with one another. You just couldn't help but root for them. The world building was also sufficient in this one city of Sierra Jal, but we got glimpses of what the other parts of the world could be like, and I really liked that. Also, the writing was just so refreshing. If you want something that is not your typical average epic fantasy, small boy from a farming village goes on an adventure and saves the world, this is the book for you. So let's talk about the best part of this book, the characters. Now first, the easiest to talk about is Lenk, and he is the killer assassin that we kind of get the most perspective from. And his character, we feel like we know so much about him, but he is also like the most mysterious character. I feel like he has the most secrets of the entire group, and I'm just really interested to know what his story is. Next is Kataria, who is a savage elf-like being called a Shikt. And she is kind of having an identity crisis in this book because she can no longer communicate like mind to mind with her own kind, so she really doesn't know where she fits in this world. Next is Danaos, and he is your typical rogue character who has all of the answers to every problem that they come about. Asper is a priestess for Talanas, and that means she is a healer in this world, and what's cool about her is that she has a demonic left arm. That sounds pretty crazy, and it is pretty crazy. Next is Dredalian, who is a young wizard who kind of breaks the wizard laws in this world. And our last character is Gareth, and he is one of the last dragon men in this world. Yes, I said dragon man. Oh, my favorite thing are the two, like, non-human type characters because they have such human emotions still, and I just really loved them, and they felt so real. Like I said with the world, we are only in this one city of Sierra Jal, but that means we got a really good look into this city and the politics and the economy in it. The politics, basically in the underground, the gang called the Jackals run the city of Sierra Jal because a few years ago they had riots, so now the Jackals kind of basically rule everything, and rich Fashas basically rule the economy in this world because they own ginormous spiders that spin silk throughout this city, and that's really interesting. That was one of my favorite little tidbits in this book. What I loved so much about the plot is that it moved forward because of our characters' actions. They were doing things that were causing things to happen. They were not reacting to situations they were put into. They were acting to cause situations, and I just really loved that distinction because so many times I feel like stuff just comes about and our main characters just react to them. But our characters were doing shit, and that's basically why the plot moved forward, and I loved it. Like I said, the writing style was so refreshing. It had the perfect amount of humor and sarcasm, and I just loved it. This is by no means a funny book, but the little tiny hints of sarcasm and humor that he puts in here just spoke to me on a deep level. In conclusion, I think this is a great setup for a rest of a trilogy because we really got to know our characters. I feel like we really got an in-depth look into our characters, but they still have such mystery surrounding them, and I don't know what's going to happen with them, and I really just enjoyed that. I think this book should be talked about more. I have never heard anybody on BookTube talk about this book, but I feel like people should talk about it more because I feel like a lot of people would really love it. And I also think it's a good place to start with his books, but I don't really have anything else to base that off of because I've never really read any of his other books. So if you guys have read his other books, comment down below telling me how they are. Overall, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars because I wanted a little bit more of the world. This city of Sierra Jal was great, but I just wanted more of the world, so hopefully in the next books I'll get more of the world that I'm wanting. Alrighty everyone, comment down below if you have read this book or tell me about Sam Sykes' other books because I would really love to know about those. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys next time. Goodbye!